The Psychology of Attraction ebook. Learn about the hows and whys of people's attraction to things and apply it to yourself. Link in the description.
Oh, all right, it's on. All right. You know what? Let me go ahead and put the. Wait, testing. All right, cool. Sorry, I'm trying to find the light. I'm not cutting any of this out. Okay. Let me fix some things. So for this video, I want it to be a discussion. I know a lot of the times in my videos I just talk about things and lifestyle, what people should do. But for this video, I actually just want to make it a discussion because I have more questions and I want people to talk about it. I talk a lot about in this channel genetics and mostly environment. So I believe that most things you could just change your lifestyle and it'll change your life. And this video isn't any different. So what made me want to even have this discussion was I have a friend and she's wearing contacts and I really don't like when she wears the contacts. It very much annoys me. And she had no choice but to wear it. Like, she had like contact lenses and I didn't like the way her eyes looked. And I just went to thinking, I was like, why is it I've noticed, especially in my line of work, so many people wear glasses. Like, so many people wear glasses and then a lot of people wear contact lenses and then you catch them when they're wearing glasses and you're like, wait, you need glasses? It's very weird. And I saw a video by Vox once and it was basically saying how people somehow need subtitles now, which it very much reminds me of the days back in early 2012 when people started figuring out that we're starting to almost decline in terms of human capacity. So we're not evolving, we're almost de-evolving because people started needing, sorry about that, people started needing AI autocorrect in order to correctly punctuate and to have good grammar. And that was 10 years ago now, and nobody really talks about it anymore because now it's so normalized, and all of the old heads that were worrying about it and talk about it a lot, they're now gone. But now, seeing that subtitles, you're seeing it all the time, like in TikTok and just Instagram and everywhere, a lot of short form videos require subtitles. Now I think that's actually fine because when it comes to people being deaf, it allows more people to view it. So the video, and plus sometimes when you're watching videos at work, maybe your headphones don't work, things like that. But it seems as though it's actually a genuine thing that people need hearing aids almost. Like, it's gonna get to a point where humans need hearing aids like old people. That's what I'm seeing. And so the point of this video is to have the discussion with glasses, because I'm seeing glasses everywhere. And it came to my mind a few months ago, but I wasn't making videos then. But is anybody else seeing this? Because to me, it doesn't make any sense. Now, I had the friend I was talking about, and this is why I feel so passionate about this video. She didn't need glasses until the age of 11. And a lot of doctors would tell you that, okay, glasses are genetic. But she didn't need glasses until 11, and she was fine. And I don't know, I feel as though some of this stuff to me just seems very obvious. It seems like common advice that you give somebody. My parents told me, don't stand in front of the screen, you're gonna mess up your eyes, things like this. Excuse me. It seems like very obvious advice to me, but I feel as though if it were obvious to the world, less people would need glasses. If you needed glasses when you're 11 but didn't need them when you're 8, but now you're 18, that's fine. I think you can grow out of it. There are many anecdotal evidences of people out there. You can look this up on Quora, look this up on YouTube, of people who grew out of it. They just didn't need glasses after some time. Very rare, but I think it's because of lifestyle. I think because of people doing the right things, and of course, conversely, people doing the wrong things, like standing in front of a screen, becoming farsighted because you're nearsighted because you're constantly reading books, which is what I think glasses came from to begin with, right? We associate people with glasses with being smart, which is typically true, and in my line of work, that's very much true. I work with some of the smartest people, and they all need glasses. It makes sense because you're constantly looking and you're constantly working your muscles, your eye muscles, in front of a screen, and everything in your body requires muscles. Like having to read a book, your eyes are working. It takes a lot of work for your eyes to focus on everything, on every word, and your body starts to adapt to that, and that's why people who are smart also need glasses because they grew up reading a book. You used to see this in old movies where the parents would say goodnight, and then the child with the glasses, he also very smart. Maybe I'm thinking like a movie like Stuart Little, or there was one movie where this kid, his like grandpa, I can't think of the movie, but his grandpa was like he died or something, and he went into, it's like an Avatar kind of movie where he changed into some small creature, and there's a whole new creature world. I don't know the movie. It was a really good movie, but he went into a hole, and then while he's going into the hole, he would get smaller and smaller. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Anyways, I think in that movie he also, parents would say goodnight, and then he would get like the lighter, and then he would go under the bed and then put the covers over and then read a book with the light like that. That's very much how it came to be for people to start wearing glasses. Whereas in the modern era, it's more so if people are on their phones now, or if people are in front of a TV screen, well, now we're going to have an abundance of people needing glasses. It doesn't happen before. But then the doctors would sit there and tell you it's genetics. This is why I'm so passionate about environment and nutrition in this channel, is because a lot of doctors will say it's genetic. It's not genetic, guys. And to prove the point home, because we're seeing more and more people need glasses, if it were genetic, for one, she wouldn't need the glasses since she was born. It wouldn't suddenly happen at age 11. For two, humans wouldn't be here. Like, I was talking with her, and I was like, in a zombie apocalypse situation, you're dead. And because of modern era, you're saved. But in reality, evolutionarily, if we needed glasses because of genetics, we just came out of fucking nowhere. Probably didn't need glasses in our earlier era, but because things have changed, and it's really environment. It's not genetic; it's an environment. And typically, in our more rougher days when we were less civilized, any weaker genes would just be killed off. The babies that are just with weaker genes would be killed off by society, and then by just the natural environments, anyways. But today, everybody who needed glasses would not be alive. It wouldn't make any sense. Like, not being able to see, how much is that dangerous? It's not good for you. You'd probably not survive being able to hunt, being able to survive and pay attention to predators, being able to scout out prey. It wouldn't make any sense. And to say it's genetic is to say there's a deep-rooted problem with humans as a whole. And I find that to not be the case. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. I find that it's a case of modernism. It's our modern way of living that's caused many people to need glasses suddenly. It's everywhere. Instead of doctors, which I don't trust always to begin with, because when it came to smoking cigarettes, doctors would approve it. Doctors have to get paid just like anybody else. And sometimes there's a lot of corruption with judges, doctors, anybody. Everybody has to get paid by somebody. And if a doctor needs to choose between a billionaire who he has to save, or a little kid, a 70-year-old, 80-year-old billionaire who's gonna die anyways, or a little kid who has a whole future ahead of him, he's probably gonna choose the billionaire because that could be his big break. Like he's gonna make some big money from saving him, and that's the thing. Like that's what a surgeon would do, and that's why when doctors say, "Oh, it's this," it's like, yeah, but you work with the pharmacy. Like you work with the pharmaceuticals. You work with psychiatry. These people who will sell you pills like antidepressants, or they'll sell you pills or they'll sell you prescription glasses to fix a problem that shouldn't actually be a problem. I mean, where exactly how far do we take this really? Because more and more people are popping up with needing prescription glasses. And then the solution that people are having is, well, get surgery. That should not be the case. Now I see it's a lot of people. Now maybe myself, I'll take it when I'm 80. I'll get the laser surgery because I'm going blind anyways from natural aging. That would make sense to me. So I don't have a problem with that. But if you're 18 and you're making such a risky decision like that because you need glasses, and you're going, well, it's not really appealing, so I might as well get the surgery. What if it gets worse as a byproduct of that? And it costs thousands of dollars. It's not viable for everybody to take that route. But it shouldn't be like that to begin with. I feel as though it was very much a money scheme and way of selling things to people, telling them, yep, it's just genetics. Yep, guys, sorry about that. Nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. And it's so deep rooted and documented that it's just genetics is the excuse that we get told. And to me, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense that humans genetically are predisposed to needing glasses. That doesn't even make any sense to me. We'd be dead if that were the case. It's environment. I look at a movie like WALL-E, and the thing is, now this is a discussion because I've done only a bit of research. It's very there's a lot to be said when it comes to the eye and how it sees things. You know, it goes to your brain, and your brain has to be able to understand what it's seeing and things like this, and the way light refracts into your eyes. Yeah, it's a very complicated thing, but the eye has I think there are about 4 muscles within the eye, from what I searched up. And also back to nutrition, eating things like carrots and eating strawberries and getting proper vitamin A and beta carotene and zootenine. I think it's zootenine, beta carotene and zootenine, or luxein, Zuthian. It might be one of those. Sorry if I'm getting that wrong. But beta carotene is certainly one, and you get that from carrots, and that helps you for your eyes. It helps your eye health. You combine that with going outside instead of being the kind of person who grew up because the body adapts to your situation. You grew up reading a book. Start being the kind of person that goes out. Start trying to actually see things outside. Start trying to read things from far away. These are things that I think you can reverse your damage to your eyes. You can reverse needing glasses. One day you can wake up from doing the right things, eating the proper way, living a different lifestyle, and be like, oh shit, I can see. I can see properly now. I can actually read that sign that's 18 feet away. I couldn't read it before. That's so crazy. And I just think it's a product of your lifestyle, because I look at a movie like WALL-E, and in that film, those characters got fat and they all needed to be on wheelchairs. They needed it. And then if they had kids, the kids will sit there and go, the doctors will sit there and go, yep, it's genetic. Sorry, it's genetic. Your kid is going to be on a wheelchair. And it's like, no, it's not genetic. It's the WALL-E characters got up their lazy fucking asses and started actually properly walking. They'd have the proper muscles and the muscle memory in order to be able to walk properly. Like, I took that one person, that one captain who got up, all that he had to walk. Yeah, you see, it'd be the same if you got into a coma. I'd imagine it'd be tough to walk if you've been in a coma for a while. Your muscles, they're use or lose. Not using them, you're going to lose them. Same thing with your eyes. You have muscles in your eyes, and sometimes if you're looking at a screen too long, if you pay attention to your body, it starts to strain. It takes a lot of work. And
I'm not gonna make this video too long, but this is just the kind of ideas that I had in my head, and this is the kind of discussion I was having with her, saying, yeah, I think if we work with you a little bit more, and you don't get the same advice as, uh, look at your thumb and then try seeing it far away, like this kind of stupid advice. If doctors were to actually, and doctors is very broad. So much things that doctors know, like the levels between this doctor and this doctor is so high. You get advice from a doctor, but then it's like, what kind of doctor were you listening to, right? You're gonna get the standard advice from a doctor who's saying you need glasses, or to fix your eye health, do this and do this. It's like, no, you need to do the complete opposite of what you've been doing. Go outside, start looking around, start possibly getting into sports. The complete opposite. Like, it's things that you wouldn't normally do. You stay inside, play video games, or read a book. No, now you're nearsighted. Instead, it's gonna take some time. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's just like working out. Going from physical health to your lowest point. You got to go through physical therapy. So you got to start with the crutches. You got to start with the wheelchair a little bit, and the crutches, and then just slowly walk and walk. Like, it takes time, but your body is supposed to adapt. Your muscles are supposed to get stronger in your eyes. You have to adapt, and that's the point. Eventually, it's gonna hurt to start focusing on different things, but that pain is just gonna allow different DNA to grow within the eyes, and different strains in the brain that allow you to perceive different shapes and different colors, and being able to eventually read things that you wouldn't have normally been able to read from far away. So that's the video. The Wally one is essentially important, but I am going to leave you guys off with this. I had seen a video of a butterfly. Well, it wasn't a butterfly, it was a caterpillar. And the caterpillar was going through its metamorphosis stage. So it was trying to become a butterfly. The human who was recording the video intervened. So it slid like a little hole in the cocoon because the caterpillar was struggling to get out. And when the butterfly came out, or maybe I read this in some book or something. Anyways, when the butterfly came out, it couldn't fly. Because, come to find out, because the human intervened, the butterfly never was able to make itself stronger in order to actually break out of the cocoon, allowing it to fly. It needed that pain, it needed that struggle so that it'd be able to become a beautiful butterfly. Now, this can extrapolate to so many different things, but what that tells me is that wearing glasses is like an inhibitor. It's like the same way a human is intervening with something that needs to happen. You need to go out there, stop wearing the glasses, take the glasses off. You need to go out there, you need to actually start looking outside and straining your eyes and trying to look at different things. Take the contacts off, take the glasses off, don't do surgery, don't waste your money, don't do any of that unnatural stuff. It's all about your environment. You need to go out there and hurt a little bit. It's natural when you're growing up, but for many people, if you're the age of 20, 21, 22, even 30, I'm sure it's still possible. It's just going to take time now. You got to reverse the clock, essentially. All that time spent just looking everything from this view, now you have to do the complete opposite. All that time spent wearing glasses, wearing something that is essentially like the human, intervening on something that needs to happen so that you gain the natural muscles to be able to perceive different things far away, is now something that has to happen. It's going to take longer, but it is possible. I believe so. So tell me guys what you think, if this is something that has happened to you. Either you were young and then you need glasses growing up, or you were young needing glasses and then suddenly you didn't need it anymore. Let me know. I'm very curious. So, yep, that's the video. Very much against like prescription. Like, I think a lot of things that today that are told that you need is just a way to get money. Like, now I'm understanding that from a business perspective, doctors and businesses are pretty close together. You see this in like articles, doctors approving things. It's just a way to get money, and yeah, it's very smart from a business perspective, but it's very sly and sneaky for humans. So, yep, that's the video, and I hope this helps anybody out there.